Day one of the Paris 2024 test event in Marseille. We had a bit of a waiting game to start off with. The breeze didn't quite fill in all the way to the course. When we did get out, we had pretty good breeze, but wasn't quite in the forecasted direction. So again, a bit of a waiting game, but we got one race done. It was really good for me. I actually managed to claw back to a second after a little bit of an average start. Hit some plastic in the water, unfortunately, and then clawed it back way through to second place in that race. I was pretty happy with kind of kick off the regatta on a high.
Yeah, it was a really promising start for the day. There was breeze coming in pretty much parallel with the shoreline. We're on the Marseille course, which is the closest one to the shore. Then we were 1 minute away from starting our race, and then the wind started to go a little bit funky, and it was just too unstable for us to race, so they sent us in, so no racing for me today.
It was pretty wild, to be fair. The topography is really interesting, and there were sort of pressure bands coming down the course really quickly, so everything could change really fast. I just got the wrong side of a huge left shift on the first beat, and then it was quite hard to claw back from there. And then I got a yellow flag, just to add insult to injury. But tomorrow's a new day, right?
It was a high stakes poker game, if I'm honest. It was immensely shifty up and down, so we went from probably 2 or 3 knots, genuinely virtually no wind, up to 15 knots pretty quickly, just like that. 30 degrees left, 30 degrees right. I was saying to one of the Australian guys on the way in, I can't remember doing a day quite that erratic. High stakes poker game. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Day one's behind me now.
We got 2 races away and pretty tricky racing. Probably one of the hardest days we've had on the water for a while here.
We were doing quite well on the first beat. We slightly messed up our entrance into the windward mark, and we had to actually, probably would have been rounding a lot higher up, but we had to duck a lot of boats in the first windward, so probably quite deep at that point, and then I think we did manage to crawl it back up a little bit.
Style of racing in our fleet at the minute, in this condition, it's just so tight.
For me, I kind of forgot how much I enjoy kite surfing, and actually getting on the water today actually reminded me that the reason I do this is I love kiting and I love going around a course. Today for me was more about getting back on the water and enjoying